everyone, and welcome. This is episode 7 of Interview Experience, and the idea behind it is getting all that goes behind the scenes and that goes on during the interviews while you are preparing and while you get ready to appear for the top business school selection process. Today, we have Miss Dominica Maria, who is going to share her experience, and she has got calls from a lot of top B schools, and she's going to tell us about her experience. Before we go into that, thank you so much, Dominica, for agreeing to do this and being so generously providing us with all your time, because I know that you are in the middle of a lot of more interview calls which are yet to follow. And for all our viewers, let me just tell you that Dominica is a BSc in Statistics and Computer Science graduate, and she was simultaneously preparing for the MBA aptitude test. And along with that, she has completed several internships and certifications as recommended by the experts in the Vair community. And now she is here, and I will let the stage to Dominica now. So, hi Dominica, how have you been?
Hello, ma'am. I've been good. Uh,
Great. So, can you tell us what are the calls that you got initially?
yes, ma'am. So the first call which I've got was from Symbiosis Bangalore, and then NMIMS, Great Lakes, and Goa Institute of Management, KJ Somaiya, and TAPMI. And the interview which I'm about to give in a few days is of XIMB Bhubaneswar.
Great. So that's great. And can you tell us your various aptitude test scores?
Yes, ma'am. I've given CAT and I've scored a 90.8 percentile there, and then SNAP 98 percentile. NMAT, the score was 230, and ZAT, it was 93.5 percentile, and CMAT, it was 99 percentile.
Great. So everything you've been in like the top of the game. You've always been top of the game. So these calls were, imperative for you to get them. Great. So, Dominica, tell us about your experience when it comes to these calls. And but before that, just tell us your vision. What is your vision as a wealthy leader, as a future leader who is going to like transform the face of this country? So, before we divulge into the details, tell us a little about your vision.
Yes, ma'am. The long-term goal which I'm looking forward for is I want to be in a senior leadership position where I can help the young professionals who are about to join the corporate, so that through my journey and my insights, I would be able to help them in their professional journey. So this is one of the long-term goals. And the second one, apart from the professional journey, would be giving back to the society, as the community has been stressing more on that. So one of my goal is to uh, like the education inequality in our country, to support the NGOs who are being part of that. So these are my long-term goals now.
That's such a great vision to have, because a lot of people think that where do I have to get? But you are putting in that effort and you are bringing that to the forefront that you have to give back to the society. So that's a great vision to have, Dominica. Great thought on that. So moving on, just one by one, let's start discussing the interviews that you've already been through. So try to tell us about the selection process, whether there was a GD involved, whether it was in person, whether it was online, how many number of panelists, if there was a group discussion, if you could tell us the topic, if you could tell us the time that you were allocated. So yeah, we want to know all. Let's go for it. Let's start. So which college are we going to start with?
We'll start with the first call which I had, Symbiosis Bangalore.
Great.
So it was a GEPI process, group exercise, and they didn't call it as personal interview, but they mentioned it as personal interaction.
Okay.
So that made it a bit simpler. Like interview, we get the thought of being serious one, but
Right.
interaction, it will be a good talk between the panel. So first, after the registration process, it was an online process. So the student coordinators of that AdCom department there, they have been very helpful and cheerful. So they were breaking the ice in the start so that we'll get to know the group members in our, because there is a group exercise process. So first we started with a group exercise. The topic was open AI and versus DeepSeek. It was prevalent that time. So we were given 3 to 4 images, and we were supposed to speak on that. Each person was supposed to speak on that for 30 seconds. And then after everyone gets the chance, then the floor is open for GE. So there were around 10 to 12 people. So we got 10 to 12 minutes. So then the GA was ended after 12 minutes. Then we were taken for the breakout rooms.
So just a small this thing. I'll just interrupt you. How was your participation and your experience?
Yes, ma'am. I was able to start the GD once, and I was also giving the inputs twice in between. So it was a great experience with the whole group. They were very calm. It was not like a fish market thing. So it was a group exercise because we
Cohesive
had to.
group.
Yes, ma'am.
And you made three entries in which you also initiated the GE.
Yes, ma'am.
Great, that's great.
So this has been the GE part, and then the interview part. There were the most common question: tell me about yourself. And the Bangalore one was mostly about my academics, the questions related to my acads of computer science and statistics. And then there weren't much current affair questions there. So I had applied for two courses. So one is the core MBA, and for Bangalore one, I've applied for analytics as well. So there were two different days for the interviews. So on the second day, I've got the same panelist, like one of the panelists was the same. So he recognized me, and I don't know if he remembered the questions, but which were I was not able to answer in the first one. He repeated the same questions again. So luckily, I prepared those questions because I was not able to answer. So this way, I was learning everything, like from interview to interview, I was improving myself. So it has been one of my lucky points for the second interview.
That
So
was not a lucky point. I think that was something where they want to know whether you take your mistakes seriously, you actually open to learning about different things, and whether you are implementing the learnings immediately, which
yes.
I have seen as a part of the community you have been doing step by step. You've been building and you've been doing it since a long time. And since it got inculcated within you, you were able to do it during that time as well. So great work on that, Dominica. It takes a lot to come back, sit down, revisit those topics, represent yourself again with a renewed sense of confidence. So that's great.
Yes. So this was about Symbiosis Bangalore, and then the NMIMS part. It was a whole new thing this year, the competency test and the PI part. So the competency test was simple. It was straightforward questions of managerial ability, VARC, and a set of LRDI. So the my session was simple. So I was able to answer all the questions. And then the PI part, the AI interview was for 10 minutes for me. And I was like, based on my SOP, I was asked about how a leader would be and what leadership positions I have taken. So,
Wow.
and then something about the global economy, the current affairs part. And then in that global economy part, I've mentioned export tariff. Like, it took that one word and it was like, explain it to a layman. How would you explain that? So I've
Interesting
done that.
question.
Yeah. So, and then the panelist was there in front of me after my AI interview. She has asked me more about my outreach activities, which I have done in my UG, and some GK questions of related to constitution and those things. So that was NMIMS.
So you were able to tackle these questions, no difficulties there.
Yes, ma'am. Like few of them I was not able to answer, so I was able to say that I don't know because
Right,
I wanted to be honest. So
right.
it was good.
Great.
And then my favorite was Great Lakes Institute of Management. So,
Favorite. So that was that great
yes, ma'am.
an experience. Wow, very, very
Yes.
excited to know about it. Go ahead.
So first there was an AI interview. First interview round was AI interview. So the interview went about 5 to 6 minutes max. The first question was obviously tell me about yourself. And based on that answer, it has asked me two other questions about leadership and my long-term goals and why MBA. So
Okay.
this was the first day. And then after a week or so, I've got my personal interview online with the panel. So there I was able to answer every question in that.
Wow.
Yeah, so the first one was tell me about yourself, and there were few point outs in that from that answer,
Cross
like
questions, yeah.
yeah. So why not go for the same MSc field and why MBA? and why I've mentioned also the long-term goal. So why not go do social service? Why MBA again? So I was able to answer those as well. And then they are like, what can you contribute to the college? And then the next question was, who is your role model? So I've mentioned Ratan Tata sir and the current affairs. And I had a subject in my UG, German, the language which I've learned. So the panelist was more interested in that. So he asked, do you know what opportunities you can get from because of that one?
Right.
So it was a good interview overall. So I enjoyed that one compared to all other interviews. So yeah.
Great.
And then it was around 15 to 20 minutes. Like all these interviews went around 15 to 20 minutes. And then one of my shortest interviews was for Goa Institute of Management. So it was just around 7 minutes. I don't know if the panel, like that's how all the interviews happened or only mine, but the basic questions from my academics were asked, my hobbies were asked, why MBA, and my internship experience. So that was the end of that interview.
You were able to handle it
Yes,
like
ma'am.
quite smoothly. Great.
And then KJ Somaiya, it was a VAT, PSA called as problem solving ability, and PI. These three components were there. So the VAT was the topic given was ethical consumerism, like the
Okay.
shopping choices of the people. So we were supposed to write 300 words on that in 20 minutes. And then we were taken to the panel room. There, both PSA and PI were
This was in
conducted.
person, right?
Yes, ma'am. It
Okay.
was in some hotel management college.
Okay.
So the pace was peaceful. So we got the vibe of interacting with people, and it was calm and composed. So it
That really
was,
matters. The environment really matters on that day.
yes, ma'am. So, and the PSA and PI were done by the same panel in the same room at a time. So the
How
PSA,
many people were there in the panel?
the panelists were two panelists, one male and one female for this. So the topic given for me for problem solving was drug related crimes, like what are the things there in our country and the punishments are given for that. And we were supposed to prepare for 2 minutes and then speak about that for 2 minutes.
So more like an extempore.
Yeah, but it was like they've given a problem and three
Situation-based
questions.
topic
Yeah,
where you had to give a
yeah,
solution.
yes.
Sounds quite interesting.
Yeah, and the PI, this panel, they had their smile all the time, so it made me let. I was not at all nervous there, so it was
Wow.
just like talking to them, like getting to know. They were knowing about me, so it was a great experience. Once again, the in-person one. So obviously, they tell me about yourself. Why MBA so soon? Like they've asked my age. I've mentioned it's 20. They're like, why so soon? Why did you go for MBA? Why not work and then go for MBA? So I had my answers ready for all that. And then the internship experience and few ACAD questions.
Great.
And then the last one, recent one, which I've given was for TAPMI, VAT, GI, GD, and PI process. So we were taken into a room of it's like a boardroom or something. There were 11 people in our group. First, we were supposed to write the written ability test. The topic given was youth activism on social media. So first we were given 10 minutes to write, complete the VAT part. And then they took our sheets and we had to start the GD. So I've done two entries there. So I didn't start it, but I've done two entries. So it was again a peaceful GD. So these are my interview experience.
Great. So thank you for summing it up so beautifully, so concisely, yet in a detailed manner, Dominica.
Yeah.
And from the way you were speaking, the way you were smiling, I think you were at utmost comfort. And that's what I think showed also during your interviews. And that's something great. So out of these, as we speak today, the results are out for whatever colleges. From what I know, you have cracked all those colleges. So you have cracked sorry, you have cracked SIPM. NM results are due
Yeah.
as of today. You have cracked Great Lakes, which
Great.
was your favorite interview. So obviously it worked in your favor, and you have cracked.
These
These are the
results
only
are
two
out.
colleges that
Yeah.
the results are out or as we speak today, and
Yes.
all other colleges their results are due as of today, and you've already cracked. So 100% conversion as per the results so far. So
Yes.
great going, Dominica. While you were talking, you looked very comfortable and you were enjoying the interviews. It seemed like that. So tell us the top three strategies that you followed for your selection process mastery?
Yes, ma'am. So for the ones which I went for in-person interview, during the travel, I was a little nervous, but I was trying to calm myself by distracting myself. After going there, after seeing the people around me, it was a peaceful environment, and my motto which I have followed was don't attach yourself to the results. So when we think that this is the only thing which I want, like only this college, it will give more anxiety when, like,
Yeah.
how will the interview go, will I get the result according to, like in favor of me. So I was like, because I have applied for many colleges, so all I've applied are good colleges, so I had the confidence that any college I get, it will be a good journey for me, and I had to prove myself in the college by working on myself. So this was one of the things which
The
I have
first
followed.
strategy is that don't attach yourself to the result. And if you're calm, if you're not nervous, you get rid of the nervousness on the way to the venue. And once you're at the venue, you become calm so that you can give your best performance on the D-Day.
Yes.
Great. Second strategy.
So second one would be, I always believe what is meant for you will be given for you by the universe. So this is again similar to the first one, but in a more concise way. So just give your best for everything. You will get what you have to get.
So there's
So
no stopping you. Whatever you've set out
yeah,
to achieve, just go, get it, kill it.
yeah. Just
All
give your
right.
100% for everything so that you can expect good results from everything.
Absolutely.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
the third strategy.
And
Tell us something about your preparation. Like you've told us two strategies which
yeah,
was related to the D-Day. But
yeah.
tell us like one thing that all the viewers should know about when they are preparing.
Yeah. The main thing which I had concentrated on was to know about the college first, whichever I'm giving the interview, like maybe the communities and clubs there or the specializations offered, look about the syllabus. I've got one question about what is the syllabus of the course here. So I was able to answer a few of the topics like the subjects. So like look for all that as well. And just have an overall background of how the college is, because to tell that you are fit for the college you need to know what the college wants. So this is one of the points which you have to keep in mind. And yeah, this has been the major part of my
So
preparation.
basically, doing your due diligence, researching about the institute, about the curriculum, about the scope of the course, about the various branches of the specialization that probably you would choose, and everything about your SOP as well, right?
Yes.
So knowing yourself and knowing the institute in the best way possible.
Yeah.
That's something like really, really valuable that you shared with us. So great going. And this question about tell us about the curriculum, this is a very underrated question. A lot of people
Yeah.
have to skip this. So bringing this to the forefront, it's a great thing that you did, Dominica. So great. Now, can you tell me that during your, so like you said, you enjoyed the interview process, you were calm, you detached yourself from the result, you used all these strategies. So can you tell us about the support that Vair community and and how the selection mastery training helped you during this journey?
Yes, ma'am. The first session of selection mastery training which I've joined was of SOP. So that time I didn't know like there was something called as SOP. So even the assignment which you have given, I didn't want to mention, but I have not completed the first assignment because I didn't know what to do there. So, but then after while the sessions are going on, every SOP session, I was able to understand how to write an SOP, what to be included there. So each para wise, the how to start it, how to end it. So the SOP part was made clear throughout the sessions, and I was able to write the drafts as well. So and the AI copilot which they have introduced between
Yes.
my journey there, it was of a very helpful tool there. So I was able to, like, the questions I had to give the answers for whatever questions there are, and I got the SOP there. So I just had to check it with you and upload it. So it was one of the great things which I've got in this community.
The
And
mastery training, AI tools, multiple reviews by me, as well as multiple feedbacks, implementing them strategically, as well as being, consistent in your journey because you attended, if one SOP session you thought that I'm not there yet, you attended the ones that followed, you were consistent, and I could see you in the sessions. You were very regular, though you didn't submit your first assignment, but post that I saw that you were making an attempt. You would take my feedback really, really seriously and keep submitting it. So you also put in a lot of effort there, Dominica. Great
Yeah.
going.
Thank you. So talking about my mentors and the coaches who have helped me, first Mayur sir, throughout all the hackathon sessions, ICC calls, for like the way he has brought me, like given me the chance to speak in the sessions, has made me like I'm able to speak this much at least now. So like I'm a very shy person behind the camera. So first, I made sure from the start of my journey in Wire, I was on camera in all the sessions. And whenever I got the chance to speak, I was there always. So this has been one of the transformations which I've seen in this community of me. And then Akriti ma'am. So all the VARC sessions and all the SMT sessions were been of a great help. The assignments given, maybe the SOP or the GD part, the mock GDs conducted, and also the PI questions, like the anticipated questions. I've made a list of all the questions, and I would prepare that before every interview.
They did click.
Yeah, very much. Like I've got almost maybe three-fourth of the questions which you have mentioned there. I've prepared all the answers, and
So
I've got the
basically,
same
question paper
questions.
was already with you,
Yeah.
right?
So
And
I
the
had to
answers
prepare
had
the
already been
answers.
checked.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is the secret behind your interview. Like, the process
Yes.
is smooth. Yeah, ma'am, I'm prepared.
Yeah.
Bring it on. Great.
Yes, ma'am. And then Yukta ma'am, my personal coach, whichever problem I had, I will just message her and she'll give me a good inputs for whatever I do. And the video assignment which I had to send for you for the extempore or something, I was hesitant to send that. But it's Yukta ma'am who has motivated me. She was like, I want to see your face, cute face on the group. So just send it. We'll see what happens then. We'll see what Akriti ma'am has to say about that. So she has been a great part of my journey. And then Yatika ma'am, whichever technical stuff or the AI co-pilot, everything, it was a great help for me. So overall, the one-on-one interaction which I've got with my coaches, it was very useful. And I don't think I get this from any other coaching centers if I go. So one of the best decisions, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dominica, and really, really appreciate all the efforts you've put in, all the feedback you have so openly taken. I remember, somehow telling you that no, this is not working. No, that is not working. Dominica, I expect better from you, like, pushing you to the limit, and now I have no regret.
Hmm.
So, because look at the shining star that I've got. And I remember you would hide behind the camera initially. You would not share your stories, you would not share your inputs, and then we had to continuously push. But look at you now. I mean, you're taking forward a conversation so beautifully. You're so confident. You've already, been nurtured into this beautiful, confident person. And I'm sure you're going to take the baton ahead in the journey that is to follow. So, all the best, wishing you the very, very best for your future, all the upcoming calls, all the upcoming confirmations, and we're just waiting for this beautiful journey to begin. So,
Thank
all
you
the
so
very
much.
best, Dominica. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.